Okay guys, today inshallah we have a new lesson talk about the physical and chemical property, and also we have that the another kind of solution. Okay, now at the beginning let me to ask you some questions about physical and chemical change. Okay, if you remember, what are difference between physical change and chemical change? We have physical change, okay, physical change and chemical change. Okay, what are difference? Anyone know, guys, to explain the difference between physical property and chemical property? Okay, now as I told you guys, now in physical property, if we look out for solution or mixture, we have physical change. When we take this a solid, for example, now this is a mixture, this solid is a mixture, and now this one we have physical change here. We just cut, change its size, change the shape for all of these ingredients, but in fact we are make physical change. Okay, and also we make change in physical property. Maybe the size will change. This is the physical property. Maybe the shape will change. This is the physical property. Okay, now let's read the book to understand more. Suppose that, guys, we have that we will use lamp. Okay, we have lamp. This is an experiment. I hope if I have more time to make this experiment. We have lamp with wire. Okay, and that we have salt. We have salt, solid of course. Okay, salt, and we have water. Okay, we have here water. Okay, in the normal case, guys, the salt and water, they are poor conductor of electricity. Poor conductor. Do not conduct electricity very well. But of course don't use water, because sometimes the water will conduct electricity. Sometimes, okay, but the pure water do not conduct the electricity. Okay, but anyways, in the normal case, the salt and water, they are poor conductors. What does it mean? It means that if we have this lamp, and we try to use this lamp with the salt, this lamp will not work. If we try to use the same lamp with the water, this lamp also not work. Okay, why? Because both of them are poor conductors. But when we put the salt into the water like that, dissolve the salt into the water, in this case, if we use the same lamp in the solution of the salty water, now this lamp work and conduct electricity. Okay, now this is the physical property change. Now this one, in general, this one not a good conductor, and the water also not good conductor, but both of them with each other make solution. Now this is a physical property change. Okay, now we have some physical property change in this case. Sir, how this one can conduct electricity and this one not? Okay, do you know why? Because in chemistry, you will take, inshallah, maybe in grade 7 or grade 8, in chemistry we have something called ions. Now this salt made up of sodium and chlorine. I just give you an idea, because I know that most of you will ask me this question. This salt made up of sodium and chlorine. When we dissolve both of them into the water, they will divide the sodium in part and the chlorine in another part. And now this something called ion. These ions will let the electricity to work and to become a good conductor to conduct electricity. Okay, guys, we have different kinds of solution, guys. If you look over for the salt into water, now this is the solid into liquid. This is the first kind. Okay, solid with liquid. This is the first kind of solution. We have another kind of solution. If you remember, we take this video before, and we saw this syrup into the water. Now we have liquid with liquid. This is another kind of solution. Okay, we have the third kind of solution, that is solid with solid, solid with solid, this kind of solution called alloy. Called what? Alloy. This solution, this alloy solution made up of metal, okay, with any another substance, okay, any another substance, okay. Now any metal with another substance. For example, this example do you have here in your book, that is called bronze. Bronze made up of copper with tin in Arabic. If we mix both of them together, we have a substance called bronze. This solid with solid, metal with another substance. Another example, I will guarantee you now, give you another example. Another example for that is where is that? Let me to search. Made up of steel. Okay, steel. Do you know steel made up of what? Steel made up of the carbon, made up of iron, with metal, with carbon. Okay, with carbon. Okay, metal with carbon. I think carbon not like that. Okay, anyways, now this made iron with carbon, both of them will make what? Make steel. Now steel is alloy. Steel. Now steel is alloy. Of course, all of you know steel. Steel, you can, your mother use it in the kitchen, and you will use it every day and every minute. Steel very important for us. And now steel, we haven't used some physical property change. If you look over for color, maybe different color from the iron, not really different. And also, if you look over for steel, not attracted to the magnet. Now, this is the physical property change. Okay, now I want someone please to tell me some of physical property change here in this bronze. Just a minute. Okay guys, as you see here, we have some physical property change, and also in the alloys we have also some physical property change. But by the way, maybe someone of you, in this case you can see that here the bronze made up of the copper and tin, and now both of them have another property not like this one. And by the way guys, I want to focus into this point because I think some of you are confused for this point. Now how this one can change in color and change in another property, and it can become a new properties, and it's still physical property, still physical change. How it's happened? Now, because we know this one made up of what? We're just melting the copper and mix it with tin. Okay, just melt copper and mix it with tin, and now become bronze. And now we change the color, the physical property, and we have another physical property change. But we do not have a real reaction happen here. We do not have real reaction happen here. The same thing with the salt in water. Okay, salt and water conduct electricity, but this one is not a chemical change. Okay, not chemical change. This is a physical change. Okay, and we have just the salt separate into the water. Okay, now no new substance, no chemical reaction. No chemical reaction. We have just the salt dissolved into the water. Okay, and the same thing also with the steel. If you look over steel, we have iron, melt the iron and mix it with carbon. Now we have just two substances mixed together and make solution from solid and solid. Okay, and now this solution, no chemical reaction here. We do not have chemical reaction here. Still, they are still the same, but we have another physical property, like maybe the attracted to the magnet, maybe to the another properties. Like the color sometimes and like that. Okay, but they are very, very close from each other. If you look over for the physical property and chemical property, maybe they are very close from each other, but the point is chemical property, we have reaction. Okay, we have reaction and we have new substance. Okay, but in physical property we do not have reaction. We just mix it together and some physical property will change. I hope you understand. Thanks a lot. See you next time, inshallah. Rabbil Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.